Hello?
Can we be heard?
I think we can be heard now. Hi. Definitely camera isn't... Hello. Hey Geordie, hope you can hear us alright. I don't now know if the filters have all been added. How are you doing, man? Hi. Good. Oh god, it's warm.
Well, it's not as warm as my room back at Mum's.
Oh, great. I'm actually going to flip this for this. Hang on. I'm planning on letting us see the game. Oh, now I've covered Harry with the logo. He can hide behind it. What I was planning on showing you was hoping that chat would appear. Doesn't seem to be. Well, I'm trialing a full camera mode screen because that's what all the professional streamers have. Where they do a monologue at the beginning and just talk to you, person to person. I can't believe how hidden he is. Yeah. That's good stuff. That's good humour, good physical humour. Hey Chelsea, thanks for joining. How are you all on this sweltering Tuesday evening? Got Charlie Chaplin here, appearing and disappearing. I don't think that was something Charlie Chaplin did. Oh,
Oh, I can't turn it up for me. It's too quiet.
the game audio is too quiet.
Ah, that is better.
Looking forward to 35 on Monday. Yeah, I'm thrilled that at least it's coming down the rest of this week. Next week is next week Ben's problem. It's too hot, that's all I have. Yeah, not designed for it at all. As a country or me as a man. Massive heat. It is unfathomable. How have you got through the heats today?
Literally by doing nothing.
Just by staying completely still.
Yeah, literally nothing. Just watched the latest episode of Saul, and that was it, to be quite honest.
Nice. You might seriously need to sit up if you're going to be seen.
Or can't we flip it?
If we flip it, we're looking... Feels weird because when we're just looking out into that left side, whereas it feels now we're sort of looking at the chat.
Or I have a really, really good idea. Well, no. Logo's a cool idea. What if we move them the other way around? So you move the camera to the right, the chat on the left.
Yeah. Potentially, if I'll workshop it in the week. I'm not going to be on this screen for much longer. I'm keeping the logo. I don't care what you say, Dave. I mean, I do care. Thank you for your contribution, but I like the shape. I like the shape of that square with part of it cut off. I find it satisfying to look at. So unlucky. And ultimately, all this is a way to please me. So let's move to the game screen. Has it worked? There we are. No more logo anymore, Dave. There you go. I've sorted that for you. Okay. Cool. Let's do this thing. Don't know how much life the controller's got in it. Harry's going to play because we've worked out I can't play this game in general. Don't even know where the controller's gone, do you? There it is. Here you go.
Oh, I
A
am
master of
so
controls.
privileged. Thank you. Right, where were we?
Tomb of the
Oh.
Ancients.
Now we have to look at a time. 18 latest. There you go.
Nice, that's quick thinking.
Yes. Math.
You bought an AC. What sort of AC did you buy, Dave?
Oh, I'm jealous.
We've got one blaring here. It's not working at the moment, or it's unsuccessfully.
Well, it's much cooler in here than it is at Mum's.
It's still not comfortable, though, is it?
Well, I think it is.
Is it? Oh,
I'm
maybe
happy
just
with
died.
this.
All right. Take it back. Currently working on a Giga Chad emote. Nice.
We love that.
Well, if we get a single follower today, we're in a position to unleash the emotes, which I haven't in any way designed. I mean, I have designed, I haven't in any way formalized. Look at this one. Do you remember? Oh, actually, I might be spoilers to discuss it. Sweet, sweet spoiler. There's no unifying theme to these at all. One of the portable ones with exhaust tube. I was in the market to replace a dehumidifier anyway. Nice fiscal justification. Is it doing the job? Is it able to completely cool one of your rooms?
Which one is it?
So hope we don't get as much controller dropout today.
Hmm?
Hope we don't get as much controller dropout today as we did last time. Hasn't arrived yet, lol. Ours is a pile of shit.
Oh, it's the one with flames.
Oh dear.
Oh,
No.
Oh, and this music haunts me. This little soundtrack that plays. It haunts me because I've heard this hundreds of times. Because every time you load it, doesn't matter where you go, it replays this song. Like, even if I save right after this cutscene.
Really? It will replay even if you load it in?
Yeah. Well, that's what happened on PC.
A lot of people had the same idea and then passed that this is hard, yeah.
Run!
Oh my god.
Oh.
I remember playing these levels back in the day, and this was when I thought, this is Tomb Raider.
Of course, boob jiggles 100% necessary. What are you talking about? Of course it
Totally
is.
unnecessary boob jiggles into the room. It is gratuitous, but it was the 2000s.
No, it's fine. It's exactly what was needed. Boob jiggle instead of facial animations.
It's always necessary for Tomb Raider. Yeah. You're right. It did play it again.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget the hop.
Oh
No.
No. That's true. How would they? Oh, and the texture loaded in.
How would they compete with Dead or Alive?
Oh, that's not mine.
Oh man. Just checking if everything's framed. Oh no, it's framed pretty nicely. Happy with that.
Oh no.
Is the sound balancing all right for you guys? Oh, it's crazy she can't grab onto them, isn't it?
I know. Well, this isn't as bad as the wind one. The wind one's the worst one. This is going to happen a lot, I'm afraid.
Settle in.
Oh, the load. Oh my god, I'm actually upset.
If you look up, you'll be staring directly at Lara's cleavage. What do you mean? In what context? Oh yes, because of our picture. If we look up here, if we look up, look, we can look directly at her cleavage. Oh, misogyny. In any context, anywhere, like God. Like a heavily bebusted God. S.
Oh! I would like to save when I get there, but I know I ain't got the time.
It is already sort of digging its way into my memory. That sound.
Yeah.
I don't remember it from back in the day. What a surprise. I think I've got heartburn from the coke. I'm bitter. You sound like a sort of gremlin, and you're so close to the mic. I bet that was incredibly loud.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's funny how she floats back to the top after being consumed by lava.
Yeah. Yeah, it is quite funny.
Funny. Come on now.
Night.
Come on, Mara. Let's do it. Come on.
Stop!
Oh,
You'd still just
I
stop!
tried to stop. Oh. I will get it.
I'm going to find some great questions to ask you, Harry.
Oh, no. They do.
Those platforms look like carrot slices.
Lara, don't fail me now! Ah!
Every time.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
pressing forward when she hits the face?
No, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Ah. Oh my god, they do look like carrot slices. It's kind of making me hungry now.
I can't feel hunger in this heat. I can't. Yeah, this is brutal, and the load makes it a lot more brutal.
Yes, if it was load instantly like PC does, I wouldn't be bothered.
Yeah. All right, sure thing, man. I've got up streamscheme.com.
Wow.
One of the biggest mistakes new streamers make is not talking while they stream.
Oh, I'm guilty of that.
While it's understandable not to speak when you think nobody is listening, when casual viewers stop by to visit, most won't stay unless you're speaking. Things to talk about. Oh, he's done it! Save it! Save it! Things to talk about on stream. The game you're playing.
Wow. I think we've talked enough, haven't we?
Yeah, sort of speaks for itself. Real life story.
What?
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 Oh god. Oh god. Did you do a new save file?
Yes.
Oh,
obviously didn't save over it. That would have been stupid.
What? Why did she spontaneously combust?
I don't know.
Oh. You're gonna have to do the jumping again.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Share stories about your real life. Mix together funny moments with difficult moments. Be authentic with your viewers. If you don't find your real life interesting, do things outside of streaming that excites you. Not only be able to share these moments with your viewers, but they will often find inspiration in them.
Wow.
Have you done anything recently that excited you, Harry?
No. Wait, what was the question?
Have you done anything recently that excited you?
Well, I'm working on my environment on my stream.
Oh yeah, definitely go and follow Timothy Pipkin.
God, why is that my name?
It's a good one, I think. Good username. Oh, hey man. This is inauthentic. I'm leaving. Brutal. Brutal stuff. Just got the conversation going. I was just reading another article on how best to keep conversation going.
No.
What?
Hitting me with fireballs.
Nicely done. Just run. What?
What the fuck?
Why? Why? Seriously? Is it a glitch?
I think its texture's not loading. There's like a burst of like fire that comes behind us, and if you don't get to the end there, it'll kill you. It's a time thing. It's why this is such a brutal level.
It's timed, so there's something chasing you from the back, is there?
But it's not like I don't think it's loading.
Oh. Oh, okay. I wish my life was more exciting. I'm learning some stuff on animation. Nice, with tentacles on my Giga Chad. That's
Come
really
on,
cool.
Lara!
When I think about animating something, I always imagine it's just someone sitting there with... I imagine it to be essentially stop-motion animation, where there are hundreds and hundreds of slides, and you fractionally move something, and then you've got hundreds of them, and they repeat, and that's it. Is that how you're animating, or are you using a much more technologically savvy form of animation?
Well, now how do we get back?
What did we even get?
A stone.
Basically a more advanced flip. Oh, well, that sounds like what I imagined in my head, broadly speaking.
Is it the onion layer thing where you see like a version of the frame before and you draw over it?
And are you using the same software you used to draw the emotes? You work on each frame all hand drawn. That's onion skin. Oh, she went straight in there. Fresco, man. So wish I had Fresco.
Yeah, Adobe Fresco, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. But I do not have the money. Can you buy Fresco for me? It's annoyingly good. Well, not for you. I hate giving Adobe money. Are you like paying monthly for it, or did you buy a year? How did it work? Adobe sub isn't that bad.
Oh, that's so true. I have got caught in that, and I had to give Adobe 20 quid.
What, to buy yourself out of it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've used Adobe Reader, like Advanced Reader for proofreading stuff. Maybe I'll pay for a month and get it all done. You have a student account, nice. Student.
Oh, come on!
The student of life. £25 for the whole suite for how long? A month? I mean, it's less than a gym membership, which of course I get a lot of use out of. It's not that bad, I don't think, if you're using it for your job. But I suppose that's the student version, is it? Usually around 50 a month, Christmas Day.
Well, at least it's not like Maya, 2,000 a month.
2,000? Is that really?
And that's for an individual license.
That's ridiculous. That's bordering on unethical. Same with Fusion 360.
Oh. Oh my god, the fact that she has those disgusting potato wedge ears.
The ears, yeah. I had to draw some ears. Why was I drawing ears in front of the class? But I had to, and it didn't go very well, and they did look like Lara's potato wedge ears.
Where do I go from here?
Do you just have to go back the way you came? This is a secret, isn't it?
Maybe. Right, I'm actually going to stand back in case that's
just an invisible wall of fire.
Yeah. Ah. What? Just this room. But the wind room will be worse. It is working. I am succeeding. I will save again.
What's your take on the Ubisoft drama, Harry? In terms of all of this
drama.
I told you about it on your stream when I was.
Oh yes, that. Just go download them elsewhere, innit?
There you go. You heard it here first. Just go download them elsewhere, innit?
Yeah, especially if they're
the greatest
PS2
legal mind
era.
of his generation.
Licenses are ridiculous.
Do you think that? Do you feel any anger towards Ubisoft and their scummy practices?
Oh, I hate Ubisoft and their scummy practices.
I hate them.
But what am I to do? Nothing. I just got to either. Oh.
I've been doing that with Nintendo games for years.
Ah!
Whoa!
Ah!
Oh God! Go! Ah! God, this is unbelievable. It's so poorly designed.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, these licenses go, especially for these old games. They'll never revive them, ever. They're never going to bring them back. And, I mean, Nintendo are the only people who actually care about their licenses for some reason. Every other company does not care. Like, you know, the thing is, it's like physical copied games. Like, you know, eventually they're all going to break or like, you know, they're going to be lost to time. But then you've got things like emulators and they'll live forever. It's just, you know. But hey, you didn't hear that from me. Really? Only Nintendo, eh?
There was a Nintendo game on their Virtual Console which stole emulator code from the community-made emulator.
I swear, no!
Whoa.
Oh, okay, saving. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I even fully understand that. There was a Nintendo game on their Virtual Console, like essentially their online store, right?
Oh.
Which stole emulator code from a community-made emulator. So they were essentially just, oh, I see, just coming down hard on the people who are emulating, at the same time stealing it to bolster their own emulation suite.
Yeah, I know of it because it's I did a bit of that on my Switch when I paid for the online subscription for Nintendo, and I'm like, why would I ever do that?
Feels bad, man. But they stole other people's tech and also ROMs. That's ridiculous. And are they able to get away with it because it's technically, they sort of technically legally own it because of the property? Open source. But I mean, yeah, that's. Oh yeah, I suppose I'm talking about the ROMs there in terms of, are they Nintendo products in terms of license and property? But yeah, if they've just built an emulator, again, I suppose they've built an emulator for Nintendo. Is there some weird legal loophole which means that Nintendo get access to it? I don't know. Seems incredibly shitty, though. Technically, though, own those ROMs in the first place. Yeah. Oh God.
She was flattened.
Nintendo have been very aggressive with their anti-piracy stuff, yeah.
I just think with their piracy, I understand for their latest games and maybe their console before, like maybe their Wii U, because I know there's a lot of games on there. But anything before that, why care? Like, why bother?
Well, isn't there an element? Again, obviously, I'm the wrong person to ask, but the counter argument is always, in order to uphold copyright claims, you have to be seen to be protecting them in all cases.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's probably the whole reason behind it all. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, did I go through?
But there's a lot of stuff that just seems needlessly aggressive.
Cheated the system.
To be honest, it can be a really, shitty industry, can't it? In general, often.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's all I ever really hear about if I'm on game news websites. I've stopped watching people like Jim Sterling because I've grown weary of it. Limit their products and shove them in a vault like Disney, it becomes very good. Yeah, it's really rubbish. I think it's just when companies are big enough to hire their own lawyers and the lawyers need something to do, yeah. There's probably a lot of truth in that. But like I don't know if it ever came to pass, did they make that Mario I'm not much of a Nintendo person, but I do love Super Mario 64, and it was getting re-released on Switch, but was it a limited time thing? It was like the 3D games were like released on a single cart, and it was like released for a limited time. It's like, come on, mate. Give people the chance to buy through proper channels. Surely that's the best way to protect against piracy. Provide a reasonable means to buy the product at a fair price. Nice. The breath of Hades.
I hate this so much. Prepare to die a lot, although you won't be hearing.
Availability. Oh, just the wind bit.
The one with the logs, yeah.
Steam has done so well against piracy by making games super easy to get. Exactly. Better making some money than no money, isn't it? And that's how I'll start my economics lecture at the University of Cambridge next week. How are we even going to cross this?
Must be something to get them. Ah, yes, an old tomb, some gun cut.
I would be an aggressive, dirty pirate if it weren't for Steam.
Here's a question for Twitch and for you, Ben. So, if you could, so you know, in fantasy and all this other stuff, right? You can be anything. So you could be a mercenary, you can be a wizard or whatever. Or like if you like futuristic stuff, you can be a Jedi or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You'd be any of those types of characters.
Any fantasy archetype.
Exactly. What would you be?
I remember these logs now. Oh God. Well, the thing is, as I'm sure it surprises no one, whenever I'm playing a game where you can choose classes, it's always the same one. It's the most. I'd always take the most bog standard route of, guy with big sword, tank, hit stuff. But I always look at people and I'm like, yeah, a rogue bard, or oh, I'm going to be a thief the whole time, or I'm going to cast lots of wonderful spells. And in every element, I'm like, get the health bar up as high as possible, get as big a sword or gun as possible, and just, get through the game. Pathetic. Thief or whatever, stealthy stuff. Yeah. Not for me. I do like pure stealth games, but if I'm given the choice, I often would just go all out. What would you choose, Harry?
Well, if I was to go future stuff, right? If we're being specific, I would be a Mandalorian or a bounty hunter.
that feels very property specific. I didn't realise we were going...
Okay. Well, that would be a bounty hunter.
Yeah, okay.
A futuristic bounty hunter. And if we're talking about sort of D&D stuff, I would like to be a mage.
D&D mage.
Yeah.
Interesting. You should make the slot retro games and play Thief on stream. There is a retro games slot, Dave. It's called Throwback Thursday.
Chelsea is always a...
If I'm in a leadership role, I pretend to be Malcolm Reynolds. I don't know. What's that from, Harry?
What?
Malcolm Reynolds?
No clue. Why are you asking me?
I don't know. Is it like, I don't know, American Psycho? I can't remember.
I would be a wise and sweet grandma that dies at the end of the opening cutscene, giving
impetus to strike out on their own. Beautiful use of impetus. I would be Brand. A funny joke. You can do the whoosh thing. I should get a whoosh emote because I don't fully understand what it means, other than presumably, I don't know, capitalism. If it's D&D related, a dark elf. Elf with something related to animals, ranger or druid. Or a bear. Firefly, you tool. That can I shock you, Geordie? No, I'm just joking. I have seen Firefly. I've forgotten everyone's name. Alternatively, I'd be a trash mob. I was sweating there. That was a sweet callback to one of Geordie's previous streams where he was talking about lots of film classics and I hadn't seen any of them. Haven't seen Aliens, haven't seen Terminator, but I have seen Daredevil. Dave, it's a pretty forgettable show. Bait. Look at him with his little skull. What a troll.
Texting while streaming.
Sorry, work stuff.
Someone type poo in chat. That's my thing. I do that.
What do you think wizards wear in the summer? I mean, that again, I feel like feels like I'm missing something. But if I take that question at face value, it feels like a lot of their dress is pretty light and airy. So
I am losing sound.
You never see them with a more casual look. Don't know. Just the big robe. Just make the robe out of something lighter. They would be immune to weather. Yes, I would just cast a cooling spell. Imagine it's like Karma in Dragon Ball Z. I've never seen Dragon Ball Z. Can I shock you? And it's a shame, and that's what I've always been annoyed about, because it's loosely based. No, thank you. Loosely based on, Sun Wukong, isn't it? Ugh. Hawaiian shirt, shorts, and sunglasses. Yeah. This is really hard as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've spent the last hour clothes shopping. I'm visiting Grimsby soon, and I need to look good. Is that why you're asking about the wizard's clothes? Because you regard yourself as a wizard and you want to look like a summery wizard walking along the beach at Grimsby. $100 identical white t-shirts, not cutting it there. I laugh. I've got genuinely loads of black t-shirts almost identical to this or polos. It's crazy. I went in wearing dark blue the other day and the kids were taken aback. They said, "You're wearing blue." I think they've only ever seen me wear black. I'm not a real man. I decided to go with white shirts with small graphical decals. Wizard sleeves are good things to wear. It's hard to buy summer t-shirts that don't imply you're a surfer. I think a plain tee is good. And I am a bastion of fashion. Bought a polo shirt and I might wear the collar up, bold, but you can pull it off. I find the Uniqlo good for ones that aren't stupid. Oh God. Let me sort this out for you, mate. Let old big brother Ben come in and own. This is so sweaty. Is this the one?
Yes.
First one?
No, keep going. Keep going. That one. Yeah.
You're right.
It's taking my soul.
You weren't wrong. This is it's crazy. Where do the fox and crow buy their garments? Do you really want to know? Because of my recent weight gain over the last year. Have a guess. Think of a brand, a bad middle of the road brand that caters to the bigger man. That's where I buy my clothes, online only.
Big and long.
No.
Lanky and sweaty.
Lanky and sweaty. That's it. It's lanky and sweaty. Special sort of sweat absorbent materials only. The one that Johnny Vegas used to have. I'm not sure what one that was. Where do you buy your clothes, Harry? Doesn't even know. She falls quite a long way. Giacomo, that's the one. That's the one. Isn't that generally for? That's the one I use online. Was that the one Johnny Vegas used to advertise for? Bro, I work for Giacomo. Yeah. Yep, I buy my clothes at Giacomo as well. Yeah, it is Giacomo. That's the one. You ever gone Giacomo? Whoa. You ever bought anything at Giacomo? Okay. I don't know how. I just don't know how if she can't grab onto these.
Once we get on one log, everything will be fine.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. I think it was an unfair representation I gave of them. They used to be, I think, sort of an online version of whatever it's called in America. Is it Big and Large? Well, that was certainly how the ad campaigns used to sell them. And I think that's how it's entrenched in my mind. But also, it's just easy. But they have a wide range of different stuff now, to be fair. Right, what one should I be aiming for?
Probably that.
This is interminable. I don't think we're ever going to get past this. The latest ad campaign contains a mountain and a man watching sport. Well, it sounds like a more active, I don't know. kinetic. Is this part notorious for its difficulty? I think so.
Yeah, this and the ghost.
Oh!
Save! Save!
The ghost. Is the ghost soon?
It's at the end of this.
Oh, Christmas. What one do you reckon next?
Don't know.
That one.
I'm going to need you to make the decision making.
Oh! I just don't feel like the mechanics are in place to really support a puzzle like this, or any of them. You don't feel confident in making moves, do you?
No. Especially not in these areas.
God, I have to go around here. Hop to this guy, which is the hold button, L1.
Yeah.
You need a highlighted arced arrow, what that sort of shows where you're going. Yeah. It is so warm. It is, as Harry would say, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Oh!
Same.
This is pure save scum. Yeah.
You say?
Save now. I had no idea. Received a text from Kyle. Kyle does actually work for Giacomo. Unbelievable. Well, if I'd known that other people shopped there and that Kyle worked for them, perhaps wouldn't have painted them in the light I did. Now that I know that Kyle works for them... Oh, no! I know that Kyle works for them. I know they're an honourable company, because he's an honourable man. To be fair to him, apps never let me down. I don't know, now I associate them with sleaze, what, because of their connections to Kyle. Their sizes are way more accurate. They are, yeah. And to be fair as well, it seems like they used to have sort of a lot of own brand stuff. It seems like it's just, like Dave said, there's a lot more variety now, taken from lots of different places. They're just selling a lot of stuff on as well. I've been thinking about taking a sabbatical and working part-time. They're cut for bulges rather than penciled in straight lines. Yeah. I did it. Was your respect for me shot up tenfold?
Oh yeah, it's...
Back to you.
Thank you.
I shop at Next and convince myself I'm not a fat baby. I used to shop at Next until they almost wrote me into a credit destroying sort of online scheme. Don't know what Dave's question mark's referring to. The scheme that they, I think it was sort of like buying things on credit. It was it was essentially a credit card system without the credit card. I got out of it though. I'm pretty savvy. Nice. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Nice. They offered you credit to buy some shirts. I can't remember. I wasn't listening. I think you can, They saw me coming a mile off. I'm the sort of whale that Kyle spends his life programming to capture.
Embarrassed to be here. What are you talking about? Of course I am.
Crowe's off camera, I imagine, it's because it's me. Yeah. He's got a legit venture now. Can't even remember whose idea it was. It might have been your idea to start streaming back in the day. Can't remember.
I can't remember. Oh, please, just get rid of that.
Crypto NFTs is the new whale zone.
I got attacked by a bot the other day on Discord asking me to make some art for it, and I was like, no, thank you.
Are these guys even worth attacking? They get back up, don't they?
Yeah.
I will be an early adopter of Chacamo coin. Oh, good stuff. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
You have to just go around once that happens.
I think so.
How many of the elements have we done?
I think we got one more.
Oh, nice.
Or wait, no, maybe two actually. Oh, Tyson.
This is weird. It looks like it should move up as she pulls.
She is pulling.
I know, but sometimes she would pull and then it would move up.
Yeah. Right. This is the one. Yay!
Oh, I see. So you're making a mistake every other time we...
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Was anyone a Dogecoin holder? Anyone buy those?
Do you have any?
I've heard people though who have bought such coin.
I have a paltry amount of Bitcoin.
Oh!
Oh god, he's got a flaming sword.
And who said undead soldiers weren't cool?
Looks like a Dark Souls boss.
Ooh.
My boss at work has 3 grand's worth of Dogecoin.
Ah!
I am crypto free. Fair enough, mate. I put in, as I say, very little into Bitcoin when it was too late. But then it did crest during like one of the lockdowns, and if I'd sold, I would have doubled my investment. But I'd taken my eye off the ball, and now it's just much less than I put in the first place. So it's quite upsetting. Put it on the list of financial failures. Oh. You alright?
Mm-hmm. My back is hurting. All that jumping.
Remember Tom W. at university trying to convince me to put a tenner into Bitcoin when they were worth a penny each? Oh no! Well, did Tom become a millionaire then with it? Crowe's back is hurting from carrying this stream. Unbelievable.
Oh.
That's such an upsetting story. A penny each. Maybe a DWR might know. The first Bitcoin transaction was like 1,000 Bitcoins for a pizza. Isn't that insane? Capitalism, inflation, supply and demand, other money words, phrases. Isn't it crazy how it all works? Hindsight is 2020, yo. Absolutely. There's a spot open for Chancellor of the Exchequer, Ben. Yep. I am amply qualified. The man who statistically has the poorest personal finances in the land. Uh-oh. Oh, it's fine. Nice.
Right, where are we going?
Who are you hoping is going to be the next Prime Minister, Harry?
Honestly, I don't.
What about the chat? Which of those fine specimens are you hoping for?
As long as it's someone who doesn't make the world worse, which they probably will.
Yeah, good luck, mate. Good luck. Don't give an F. There. The cat.
The cat?
The cat. Hopefully. Dexter. I saw that in a public poll, Don't Know was leading, then with none of them was second. Oh, goodness me, scum. Subhuman scum. Blows my mind that the parliamentary system didn't allow for some sort of general election based on an almost complete abdication of responsibility. Oh, the cat. Oh, sorry. I thought Chelsea was talking about Dexter, but yeah, there's a cat in 10 Downing Street, isn't there? Larry.
The chief mouser.
The chief mouser. I don't know if you can hear Katie.
This guy's on Twitter. I follow him.
Katie follows him on Twitter. Oh, there you go. Chelsea's. Yeah. Larry.
He's my
What a
favorite character.
what a stately name that is, Larry.
I'd vote for him.
Yeah, everyone would. I'd vote Prince Andrew in because why not at this point? Compelling argument. Oh man. If the Fox and Crowe became Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, what are the first 3 things you'd change?
Dibs, I get to be the speaker then.
Is that how it works? That the wife of the Prime Minister has automatic rights to become the Speaker in the House of Commons?
I call dibs.
Oh,
I'm sure dibs is noted by
oh dear.
the Commons.
I saved quite a while.
Who do you think? But in terms of again, it's like choosing which piece of shit out of a sort of table spread of shit. There isn't really. I can't really differentiate. If I was going to guess who it was, I would say it's Rishi Sunak. Seems to be the most sort of prime ministerial, whatever that means. He's the one out of them I suppose I can see in the job. But I'd rather just a general election was cool. I think they're setting Sunak up for a fail, potentially. What's the chance of a French Revolution in the UK? I mean, in terms of, well, actually, I take back my previous analysis I was about to throw out. Ben is this generation's Napoleon.
What was that thing? The first 3 things you change?
Yeah.
What would you change?
It's a good question.
So if you could change 3 things solely.
I feel like I need to be better educated to answer it. And I need to be funnier to answer it in a humorous way. I'm also struggling to remove the bias of being a teacher. My instinct is that, those sorts of wages, those connected to sort of government roles, like to see a play. I can't think of anything worth saying. That's who I am. Just got nothing. Blank. You got anything that you would improve?
I mean, I don't know much about politics. The only thing I can think off the top of my head, that I've been told, which I don't know if this is fully true, but I think it probably most likely is that there are currently, at the moment, some very, really sort of scummy anti-trans sort of things in the government right now to make it more difficult for trans people to transition and things like that, which are just purposeful blocks for them, which make life a lot more difficult. And if I had any control over that, I'd just get that all out so things can be done, because it's just not fair. It's unfair. Because I have a trans friend who has so much trouble with things like if they want to do surgery or something, it's more difficult for them to do that because of that. It's ridiculous. Like the important things that should be focused on, and that's what they focus on, is just ridiculous. Like what difficulties does it like? I mean, I remember one person saying that, and I think in a way I agree, because I think it needs to be discussed more than attacked, like it feels like it is. I think, someone said that currently, because it's not talked about, there isn't sort of a rule system. I mean, there's all sorts of things, isn't it? Like, should trans people go into certain sports and all that sort of thing. And obviously that's not my place to be thinking or saying or anything of that kind, but I think there should be discussion made, not making things more difficult for all sides.
What do you think? What do you mean there should be? You mean more discussion should be happening around it?
Yeah, like I think the big problem is that there's so much. Oh, I'm gonna run out of air. Shit. I think especially now there's so much sort of aggression in certain things that whenever it does come to being civilized and saying, okay, let's actually discuss this properly, I can imagine, if this was gay rights, it would just feel like you're being attacked again, like, because all the time you're constantly having negative actions thrown against, and there's no discussion. So I'm not surprised.
But could you argue that the act of sort of got to be careful though, haven't you? Because if you start debate, if you start saying, and this is a point that Dave's made to me on a number of occasions, if you start saying that these things are up for debate and discussion, as sort of like a tacit sort of acceptance of the the chance that they're not, and it's like saying, let's have a civil discussion about whether it's okay to be gay.
Yeah, no, and I completely understand that. I think what's frustrating is that like, because I agree, because I think it's really frustrating that when it have I got the gem thing?
Yeah. Well, unless you died, did you die?
I don't think. I think I did get it. Hang on, distracted. Oh no!
Didn't mean to rug an actually good discussion.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Because in some ways, I don't think it needs to be. It feels like it's more resisted than it needs to be. Like I can understand points coming up, about sports and stuff. I can see that sort of. Why I'm not. I don't not understand why it gets brought up, but it feels so aggressively tackled, and I think it's so unfair, because the trans friend that I know, like, in some ways, it's sort of like a progression thing. I feel like LGBT stuff with gay people like me is so much more simpler than it was, but I still feel, especially with trans, it's still so difficult and needlessly difficult. Like especially trans, like getting sort of like surgery and stuff. Like, it's purposely made so that it takes much longer than it needs to, and that the funds for it, from what I've been told, the funds for it get like reduced or sometimes even cut, just not needed. Like, you know, it's an important thing for people who are trans, and that is so horrendously unfair. I mean, you know, I can imagine it's, you know, if there was something as a sort of, no, if there was something, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'd imagine if there was a big medical thing involving gay people, and that getting no sort of, you know, help or traction, it's just ridiculous. Like,
and that's sort of part of the problem, isn't it? Like, you know, a lot of people don't have a point of reference for having to require quite a significant medical intervention in order to live your best life.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are speaking without any real understanding.
Yeah, but... and it's just a lot of that is, you know, when people are so against it, it's like, why be against something you don't understand? Like, you know, the medical stuff is there to help people. Just help them out, let them have it. You know?
Yeah, and I think that's in and of itself, that's a good point about people just speaking as if they understand what's inside.
Yeah, and they don't. Like, it angers me so much. Like, I mean, obviously I won't name them, but the first in the first year, I talked to someone who's genuinely quite nice, but it was funny. They weren't anti-trans as such. But they weren't very pro it, so they said things that, you know, especially to a trans person, would be highly offensive, and I didn't agree with a lot of what they said. But they said things like, you know, and things that really I shouldn't really repeat on this sort of thing. But it was things like, it's sort of a medical problem and things like that, which I don't think it is at all. And that's almost like you saying being gay is a medical problem. It's this isn't the ghost, is it? No, I don't think so. It's almost saying being gay is a medical problem. No, it's not. Like, it's a general sort of thing that has been throughout, you know, the whole of
biological reality.
Yeah, and you know, I think obviously, unfortunately, it's fewer, but I am sure throughout history, trans has always been a thing somewhere along the line. Like, it's not unnatural. It's just people make it unnatural when it doesn't need to be. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say, but I would say if I was, you know, if I had anything, you know, to do with politics, I would full on cut all this ridiculous shit, making it more difficult for trans people, because it's not right. It's just wrong, very, very wrong, and I don't like the thought of that at all.
No, I think that's well put.
So yeah.
Whereas I would just like to get paid more.
Fair. Yeah.
No,
fair enough.
I'm joking.
No. I think that's valid.
I'm joking. There's a kernel of truth, but obviously
teachers do need to be paid more.
I think yeah. Well said. Follow-up question: if you had to wear a hat every day for the rest of your life, what hat would you choose?
Is this for both of us or just for you?
It could be for both of us, mate.
Ooh, hat. Oh, you know what I really want? I want a head crab hat.
Head crab
hat. Like, I've seen someone have it where they had this. They wear this head crab hat every single day, and it's just like, oh, I'd love that head crab hat. Where am I meant to be going?
You'd wear a head crab hat for the rest of your life?
Yes, because it would be funny.
Oh, Dave almost bought one. Geordie's impressed.
Honestly, head crab sounds like a good call. Like that. You hated the head crabs in Half-Life Alyx, didn't you? I can't remember, because they jump at your face, don't they?
No, you hated the fact that they jump at your face.
Oh, I thought we both did.
That was alright. That was pretty brave. You can't imagine an 80-year-old man wearing a crab on his head, getting married wearing a head crab, funerals.
That was accidental.
I would go flat cap. I think flat cap is sort of valid in a wide variety of situations, but again, it's not an entertaining answer. Not old or rural enough to wear a flat cap. No, but I will eventually become old enough, so it's one that as I age, it will become more and more useful. Thinking the long game. Pretty rural. I like the idea of going to a wedding or funeral and head crabs on the dress code. I'm eagerly waiting for someone to say fedora. Kyle in a fedora. It works.
Have you done the ghost boss yet? Not yet. I think it's after this.
We're deeply, deeply dreading it, though.
Yeah. Because it is apparently the most broken thing in the game.
What do you mean apparently? We've played it before. It is.
Oh, okay. It is. Milady. I have to admit, after playing LA Noire, I am quite obsessed with the suit and fedora thing. That is very cool. I do like it.
I've not played LA Noire for any great amount of time.
I still need to play more of it. I haven't played any of it.
As a kid, I got stuck there. I fear we're about to. And uninstalled the game because it's so frustrating.
Don't worry.
I just don't know whether it's going to be easier or... We used to play it on PC with mouse and keyboard.
To be harder on here because PC is just the better way to play this game.
You reckon?
100%, yeah. We could find a save online if we get that stuck.
I don't know if you can find...
Well, we can, because it's in transfer it on.
What, like an emulated PS2 save?
Yeah, of course we can. How long you two been dating?
It's a great question. It's a great question.
You've got a very, very wrong idea.
Difficult to see whether he's being humorous.
Hope he is.
Why would you be ashamed?
Ashamed of what?
Well, apart from the fact that we're related.
What?
Like, say we weren't related.
Yes.
And someone's just presuming that we're in a relationship. Are you ashamed to be with me?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
No, we're half brothers. Which is why we don't look anything alike.
No!
All the bearded guys get all the guys. He's out of your league, Ben.
All the bearded guys.
I think we all know that. You didn't have to say it out loud.
What does that mean? Someone explain.
Who has?
Oh, no.
Does that mean you're...
I don't know what it means.
Was she going to be teaching tomorrow? It's... He's up.
Bro, I'm stuck. No, that's so bad. Shut up. I hate that.
Who has what? Katie's colleague has got COVID. She's job sharing with someone, so it means she's definitely teaching tomorrow, essentially. Oh. I think we've got some, haven't we? Oh shit.
Let me. Ah!
I hope they...
No!
I hope they don't die from Kyle. That's pretty good of him.
By the way, who is Severe 11? Is this a new person we don't know?
No, so I think Severe 11. By the way, who is that?
Who is that?
I think Severe joined during one of Tomb Raider 4 streams. Tomb Raider fan.
Ah.
He'll be fine. That's tomorrow, Katie's problem.
Oh, tomorrow Katie's gonna be so mad. Oh.
Don't worry, Casey. Reject humanity. Become monkey.
It's always funny. Oh, that's it.
I swear Let me up.
Jump!
No!
Carl's advice is get the most, and he's a trained teacher, bear in mind, get the most mature child to teach the rest of the class. Is that a strategy you regularly employed, Kyle? Well, you know it anyway. You just want to teach yourself. Weird one. Did you guys see the guide stones got blown up by an actual bomb? I heard about it. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh.
What's guide stone?
In Georgia.
There's this weird thing that these weird people put up to tell America what to do in the event of nuclear
Yeah.
war.
I hadn't heard of them before. Casey explained the other day.
It's opened a big old conspiracy can of worms.
Oh, those things from Skyrim. Yeah, they do sound like sort of generic tutorial markers in video games, or like those things you whack with your sword in Zelda Ocarina of Time. They could be guide stones.
Oh, it is done.
Are we done in this temple?
I think so.
There was also a fake thing saying the time capsule under them was full of pills. Do you hear that, Casey? No. Oh god, is it ghost time?
Don't think so.
It must be nearly... What?
What? What?
God, this game is broken.
What is going on? Oh. Well, I want to go into the pits of hell.
Oceana. Classic Geordie trivia.
What's Oceana?
For Geordie's formative years, he always thought it was Zelda and the Oceana of Time. Do you hear that, Casey?
That's a shame.
Geordie used to think that the Zelda game was Zelda, the Oceana of Time. That was a key.
But what the ocarina is very important.
I know, but he just read it as Oceana.
But what about the actual ocarina in the game?
No, he just reads the word as Oceana. I don't think he was aware that, as I wasn't before. I wasn't aware of what Ocarina was before Ocarina of Time. His secret shame. Oh, I remember. The funniest thing about it. It wasn't that he got it wrong. It was how I seem to remember. It was sort of how militant you were about it, or like certain. I think that was what added the edge to it. There was a big debate about it.
No.
No.
Roll.
I'm pretty sure it made my mom take pictures of me posing with it and then developed them on like a disposable camera.
Of what? Sorry.
Of me posing with my ocarina.
Nice.
Standing like Lincoln. Yeah.
Wicked.
They'll never see the next day.
I'm sure they will. Zelda Majorca's Mask. Swifty saw the name. I like that because that's the name of a terrible club I went to a couple of times. So it puts an interesting image in my mind. Connections across time. That's what's happening here. Like Ocarina of Time.
Best game.
It is a great game.
Best game. I didn't stutter.
The best game. Spat everywhere. Yeah. Is it the best game?
Yes.
It's up there.
I said what I said.
I bet that club smelt terrible. It's probably in my top 5. Geordie, no. The best game.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought another Zelda was your favourite. I thought maybe you preferred Majora's Mask. My favourite part of the game is when Link plays the classic instrument, the Oceana. I can't believe many people knew what Ocarina was before that game. I didn't. It had metal detectors at the door and multiple fights were witnessed. Classic. Oh, this is it, isn't it?
This is it.
Is it saved?
Oh!
Oh, God. This is going to go so poorly. Let's just nail it in one. Let's get it done. Nail it in one. No Zelda game is anywhere near my top 100 from Geordie. That feels brutal. Is that just because you haven't played them? The place closed down after someone met their end there. Very ominously put. Not even the CDI games. Oh, are we missing something?
Yeah.
I've played a few. I'm trying to put it politely, yeah. Yeah, well, it was polite, but it also, there was a sort of a sense of it being a sort of murder mystery then. The sort of thing, the detective that appears on the scene twirls a moustache and says, someone has met their end here tonight.
What's your favourite game, Ben? Final Fantasy X?
10. I would say Final Fantasy X is one of my favourite games. I don't think it's the best game, though. I think it would be difficult to argue Final Fantasy X is the best game. But it's certainly my favourite, or one of.
You want to know what I think the best game
Let me
is?
guess. It's going to be some PC Master Race game, isn't it?
No.
Okay. Give me a clue. Give me the console.
Well, it's on quite a few, actually.
What was it released on?
GameCube.
Resident Evil 4. I mean, that's up there for me. That's top, yeah, definitely top 5 Resi 4. I think that's a better game than Final Fantasy X. I do love Resi 4.
I just think it's probably one of the most important games
It is, yeah.
we've ever had,
It is.
as well as Final Fantasy VII. I think it's one of the most important games for the industry.
Resident Evil went downhill after Jill Sandwich.
Well, actually, no. Resident Evil 2, the old one's pretty good. Resident Evil 3, though, yeah.
I just think what makes Resi 4 so good is that I could pick it up tomorrow, having completed it, I don't know, 10 times, and I'd enjoy it, and I'd sit there and play it for hours, even though I've played it so many times already. It just doesn't seem to ever get old, ever.
Where are we going?
I think I'd have to say Age of Empires 2. Good choice.
Oh, I think I know.
I'd have to say Football Manager 2022 version 3 winter update. Have we definitely put a gemstone in all of those things?
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking? What have we missed?
I think we're meant to go into this bit down here. I
Better than
kind of want to
Elden
play
Ring.
Elden Ring for some reason. I don't.
Well, it's a very well regarded game.
I know, but I hate Dark Souls games because I'm just shit at them. I just don't get. No matter how much I play them, I don't get it. It's like RTS games. You could literally sit there with me for hours, telling me exactly how it works and all the systems and everything, and I still would have absolutely no idea what I'm playing.
You don't like racing games either, do you?
Hmm?
You don't like racing games either?
No, well, I don't like them. That's not my preference, but I can play one. Whereas a lot of other games I can't. But yeah, Resident Evil 4, amazing. Resident Evil 4 VR, I love that stuff so much. I'm so excited for Bone Labs coming out because Bone Labs is going to probably be the Resident Evil 4 of VR that we need. I mean, maybe Boneworks was that, but Bone Labs is going to be an engine game. Like, it's going to be an engine that's rented out or given to other companies to make VR games. So it's going to be like the Unreal of VR games, I think.
Clark says, one day I'll stream Dark Souls and show you how to be shit and brute force your way through the game. Yeah, that's exactly how I do it. I'd be interested to know, I bet even by your standards, Kyle, I play like mega shit.
I need pillows. My back is dying.
Like the levels that I was reaching in my first run through of Dark Souls 2, and only run through of Dark Souls 2, disgusting. The hours of grinding to get well beyond my means, disgusting.
Disgusting.
I cleared more or less all of the areas out in Dark Souls 2 to prevent the grinding. All of them I cleared out at least once, and then I used bonfire aesthetics to get them going again. But it's crazy. I just don't care. I like grinding.
You like grinding?
I like grinding.
That's terrible. Grinding is the worst thing for me in games.
Because I like podcast games. So for games like Here's a Basically Fun Thing, you can repeat endlessly, and the game gets marginally easier, and you can just do it while listening to podcasts. Love it.
It's about the atmosphere, though.
I would love to see you stream first playthrough of Sekiro. I think you'd love it. I will stream that, Dave, and suffer. Are you seriously thinking about streaming, Kyle? You should do it, man. Do it. Oh god, oh god. Oh! Did you never get through here before?
What?
Have you ever got through this?
I can't. I'm pretty sure there's a boiler we need to climb. Yeah, a boiler in the tomb, imagine.
I'm not looking forward to this. Your niche could be actual competence in the game. Yeah. Although I'm not sure if that's a niche for Soulsborne content.
Oh, alright then.
Should you have just gone this way? Bloodborne's probably in my top 10 of all time. Maybe. Do you love Bloodborne?
Hey, here
Oh
it is.
god. Oh god. Oh, I'm worried about this. I hope it's something we've built up in our minds and it's just going to get nailed first time out.
Hmm?
I hope we've built it up too much and we're actually just going to go in and nail it. And by we, I mean you.
Yeah. It's the ghost boss that I'm worried about.
Oh, so that's what we're at, the ghost boss. Oh, I've built attention for no reason.
Oh.
Genuinely can't say what my favourite game of all time is. I imagine my eventual child will look like a Bloodborne boss. So difficult to decide. It is, Geordie. It really is. Is your favourite game The Thing on PS2? Have you played that, Geordie? If not, you should stream it, because it fits with the aesthetic of your channel. It's not very good, though, is it? I've never played it, but I want to play it on stream, definitely. Thing was a classic blockbuster rental for me. Apparently it's okay. Nice. Germa has a pretty entertaining stream of that game. Wander around for 2 days in the snow, not know what to do. Spider-Man PS4 is another one. I've now on 10th playthrough maybe. Just doesn't seem to get boring either.
Yeah, that I can't understand.
But yeah, not as good a game as Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4 is a literal masterpiece.
RuneScape is the best game. RuneScape. Nine.
Oh.
That was lovely stuff.
Saving now, too scared.
Oh, this week it's going so slowly.
Oh.
Oh.
We're going.
You haven't lived into level to 99 fishing. Yeah, RuneScape was a trend that passed me by. I think I tried to get into it, but it was far too late.
Well, it's back now.
And but the visuals at the time made me feel physically sick. So that was an element. That was a barrier in my way, also.
Ben,
Yes?
why don't you play Raid Shadow Legends?
Yeah. I wonder if we ever will get someone willing to advertise on this Twitch channel. We're on our way, nearly. Affiliate, nearly.
Obsessive. Climb the ladder of shame.
When you hit 50 followers, are you going to unveil your Manscaped sponsor? Sponsored by Squarespace. Definitely. I can't believe, like, a few companies seem to have excellent sort of marketing outreach people, and they're just on every podcast I listen to. It's unbelievable. I hear the Lawnmower 4.0 has just been released.
The lawnmower.
Have you seen those streamers who get sponsored to stream doing slot machines? No. What do you mean? What, so they're just gambling live? They get paid like $1 million a month because it's fixed, so they win on stream? What? That sounds illegal.
Oh, multiple death zones.
Yeah, these keep falling out my ears. I can barely hear it anyway. I don't need the audio of the game.
Oh, I'm telling you that. You need sound, Ben. Ben's
You're off screen again.
Move that. Space. The mic or one of them sounds kind of distorted.
Oh, has that been the case the whole time?
No. Lara, the worst team rating.
It might be that Harry's fractionally far away. He's getting caught up in the filter, maybe. Sounds alright to me. Brackets a pleb. More obvious when I took them off. Oh. They're still connected in exactly the same way. I don't know why that would have changed anything. Weird. Gonna have to take the pleb's word for it on this. Is this stream available in a FLAC lossless format, especially for DWR?
What does that even mean?
I don't even know, but it's still funny.
It's funny, but you don't understand.
Well, I get the point that he's making. I
see.
don't know precisely what the format is. That's part of it as well.
Because I was going to say, I do that all the time. I don't know what anything means,
He's talking
but
about,
I laugh at it anyway.
He's talking about an obscure format that Dave's requiring to enjoy it.
Ah. There we go. The boiler is being activated. Why? Don't know.
Feels like a weird shift in sort of art direction. Like we were in like a weird, ruin, and now we're in some weird mechanical area. Who built this? The words of the joke are important, just the essence, exactly. That's what I live by.
Oh, I messed that up.
Just vibe it out. Vibe out the humour.
It's so sad we've got no chocolate bars.
Yeah, it is. I'm currently eating a Magnum, not the gun. I'm jealous of that. I'm profoundly jealous of that. Someone was describing to me a technique of Magnum eating that maybe you could employ if you so feel, Kyle. A colleague was saying, and this might be common, she lets it melt and then bites off a corner of the chocolate and then just drinks it.
Oh, shit.
Uses the chocolate as a container for the liquid within and just drinks the innards. So maybe you can have a go at that in your spare time.
That sounds grim.
It does sound grim. What in the world? She says, more often than not, it collapses halfway through the process. He's not an animal. Freak. More of a deep throater.
Great.
I think that another colleague posited just eat all the chocolate first, which I think is a much more standard approach. I'm just, as with everything, the most boring approach, which is just to bite it normally. Without any care for the chocolate ice cream ratio. There you go. There's from Chelsea as well. Eat the chocolate outside, then the ice cream. I eat it stick first. Letting it melt in a bowl you get. What, so you've got like a sort of sickly slurry in a bowl, but wanting to bite it first or something, huh? I don't eat it because it's scrubbed in ice cream. Oh, only the fanciest of frozen treats for Geordie. Oh, but Chelsea's not having it. I'm ready to throw that. Go on then, Geordie. Instead of a Magnum, what would you go for? Maybe they'll sponsor us.
Kit Kat.
A Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
A dry Kit Kat.
A dry Kit Kat.
Delicious. I had Ben and Jerry's birthday cake ice cream. That does sound amazing. Sickly, maybe. Cornetto, also good. I don't get the sense that Cornetto are in a different league to the Magnum. They feel sort of they feel similar tier to me. What? Sorry. Well, Geordie was insulting the Magnum, saying it was scrub tier ice cream. And when asked to provide an alternative, he's gone cornetto.
Then what the worst tier?
What do you mean? What's the worst dessert in general? That's a good question, actually.
I know.
Katie asked, what's the worst dessert? Gone. Oh, yeah. Katie's is brownie. Isn't that insane?
Oh!
I seriously questioned our relationship when you told me that.
He's like, oh, I want some dessert. Oh, let me get out a brownie.
She hates the idea of a hot brownie with lovely ice cream, which to me sounds like heaven.
Not a brownie and custard. Not a fan.
Brownie and custard.
Brownie and custard.
That was an ambitious alternate form. Is
What
brownie
about-
like American for a turd or something? Oh.
Katie, what about custard in general? Do you ever like just having custard? But don't you
You
ever
don't
do-
have egg-based yellow pastes with your dessert? Goodness me.
It's a pretty cream on the pan.
I actually don't know if eggs are in custard.
You know, one day this year, I was pretty much going shopping as you do, and I saw custard, and I thought I'm gonna buy a tin of it, and I just heated it up in a bowl and just had custard.
Mate, if that's your lowest ebb in terms of food, I eat beans cold out of tins, my friend.
I mean, I have been thinking about.
I eat rice pudding cold out of tin. I eat basically
rice,
any
rice
tinned
pudding
food I eat
cold's
cold out of
okay.
tins.
What are you supposed to do with it?
I didn't mean to heat it
You,
up.
you can heat it up with rice.
Let's miss loads of comments. Cornettos are rubbish from Kyle. Stabbing emoticon from Geordie. What about Viennetta? Lol. Low tier ice cream trying to be high tier. Agreed. Snickers ice cream. Good one from Geordie. I think we need to do an ice cream tier list. Absolutely. Geordie and Chelsea should do that. Read that one. Brownies. They're beautiful with a bit of drugs. A bit of drugs. Oh. They have pudding. Whatever that means. Yeah, isn't pudding like thick mousse? I do love that. I do love it.
Mousse.
Love a bit of custard. Cold rice pudding is legit. Cold beans out of a tin. Do you live in the apocalypse? Oh yes, sling a lump of strawberry jam in the rice pudding. Job done. I'm afraid we part company there, Chelsea. I do like that, but I prefer my rice pudding untarnished. Ah. Let's... Sorry, Terry. Rice pudding purist. That's me. And now a gun's being pointed at me. Unbelievable.
This will be the best. Oh, cereal.
Bowl of cereal is a good shout for best dessert. Unsmashed. What are the worst desserts as far as you're concerned, guys?
Brownies.
We've had an incorrect answer from Katie. I'm interested to see if there are any correct answers. Brownie. I've never met anyone who hates a lovely brownie. Makes me trust you a little less. Cereal with water.
Oh.
That is one of the worst desserts. He's right. Fruit-based ones, agreed. And I particularly hate when fruit is incorporated into an otherwise delicious dessert. Strawberries in a cheesecake? No, leave me alone. I just want some sweet.
What about lemon
cheesecake?
cheesecake?
Lemon is the exception.
Yeah.
But even then, I suppose if it's in the flavouring, that's one thing. But like just chunks of fruit, you wouldn't get a chunk of lemon in a lemon cheesecake, would you? Give me sugar and nothing else. Absolutely. Don't get me started. Creme brulee is down there for Geordie. Interesting. I'm not a fan of that either, actually. And custard tart. I think we're of one mind there. It's the different textures there that I'm not a fan of. What's your least favourite dessert?
Oh, What did Mum used to do at like Christmas?
Brutal immediately. Gone to a dessert our mother lovingly made her.
It was like fruit salad, but then you put cream. No, not fruit salad. You put like you'd have grapes and strawberries, and it was all in this water thing.
Yeah, I think you're describing a fruit salad so far.
And then you put cream with it.
So you're talking about a fruit salad with some cream.
Disgusting.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, I agree in that I don't think cream adds much to a fruit salad. And there's a weird consistency mix up there as well. I think I'm the only person I know who doesn't like cheesecake. Weirdly, even though I love cheesecake, I understand it in a way, like conceptually as well. Cheesecake sounds gross, and when you think about it too much, yeah, I get it, even though I love them. Meringue, I'm a big fan of meringue. The fruit on cheesecake is shit. Agreed. I mean, it's very rare that I come across a dessert I don't like. But yeah, fruit-based ones mainly. Best, worst, absolutely disgusting texture in my opinion. Best, worst cereal. Katie?
In a dessert context or in a breakfast context?
In any context, I think.
Well,
Frosted Shreddies.
I've gotten into Weetabix since I've lived here.
Really? But yeah, I like Weetabix, but I wouldn't put that high up. That I feel like Weetabix are just sort of an obligation to live a decent life.
I was a big disbeliever in Weetabix. I didn't understand why your cereal had to be a brick.
A brick of cereal, classic brick.
But
Wait.
there's so much you can do with them.
Is it Weetabix or Wheat Bix?
Weetabix. I say Weetabix.
It's the Australians that say Weet-Bix, I think.
Okay.
But if it's dessert, Special K.
I do love Special K. I think Frosted Shreddies, yeah, yes, but I feel like you have a bowl and you've immediately contracted diabetes.
Or, actually, no. The best are the off-brand, I don't know if you can get the off-brand Malta meal.
Malta meal.
So like instead of Lucky Charms, it was Marshmallow Mateys. Instead of Cheerios, it was Peanut Spinner.
Oh, these all make me, I feel physically sick.
Any of the off-brand Walmart
I mean, I agree.
special cereals are so good.
I do agree that often the off-brand cereals are good.
I don't know. I haven't had any sugary cereal
Well,
in like 20 years.
Crunchy Nut. Speaking of Crunchy Nut clusters, good call. Just Crunchy Nut cornflakes as well. Love that cereal.
Do you have
Cocoa
bunches of
Pop.
oats here?
Bunches of
Bunch
oats.
of oats?
I'm not sure.
Or just granola.
I do love granola.
But it's so bad.
It is weirdly bad for you. Muesli should be banned. Yeah, my grandma used to have a lovely selection of cereals and a vat of muesli, as if it was almost like, here are some delicious unhealthy cereals, but the right decision's there. We know you're not going to have it. It never seems to get any smaller, the huge vat of muesli, but you know that you're making the wrong decision by having anything else. Bran flakes can do one. Clusters of chocolate is great. Fruit Loops are vile. Marshmallow, maybe.
No, Marshmallow Mateys.
Oh, mateys.
What's the one that's like straw?
Oh, are you talking about shredded wheat?
That's it.
That's the worst.
Disgusting.
Shredded wheat is awful.
It's literally like, I don't even know. It's like eating sticks.
Yes, it is like eating sticks. I hate it.
Trying to soften it with milk, but it will never be softened.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, Berry Colossal Crunch, which is the off-brand of Captain.
Again, but if there are berries in there, it's simple.
No, it's not real berries. It's the cereal berries.
I know, but it's still a fruit flavour in my cereal. I want sweet. I want chocolate. I want just general, like, bland flavouring, but I do not want fruit in there.
Toasters. Oh, I want some cereal so bad right now. Can I order this? Will they send this to the UK?
Isn't there those like shops that do like food from America?
I liked sugary shredded wheat. Chelsea's liberal with the shotgun this evening. Cinnamon Grahams were so over-flavoured and bad. Agree. That's such a tea. I like how specific that opinion is. I don't know why. Cinnamon Grahams.
Cinnamon Graham.
Just like little.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Maybe they could. It could be the same thing. They were very, very highly flavoured oblongs, thin oblongs that crunched.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, maybe that's what you're describing. Look up Cinnamon Grahams. Cookie Crisp was a lie. Agreed. Ah, cereals are great. I think they renamed it as Curiously Cinnamon.
Right? Little cinnamon squares.
Yeah, maybe they are similar.
Wait, is that toast in a box?
No.
It was cinnamon toast flavored cereal.
Oh, but cinnamon toast is good.
It's even better as cereal.
Chocolate Nesquik balls. That's a blast from the past. Wheatos, also a blast from the past.
Wait. I must have had
Wheatos.
Wheatos at some point.
They're like they're sort of donut-shaped chocolatey.
Wheatos! Oh yeah, the things that
Wheatos.
always used to make me sick
Yeah.
before school.
I remember. I remember when having sort of a weight crisis when I was 16. I would eat bowls of Wheatos in the middle of the night. And I'm not going to touch them since. I had a Pop-Tart once, pointless. That sounds like an Alan phone in. Wheatos were good, but so rich. Yes, agreed.
I think we have to have a special cereal stream coming affiliate.
What? Where we just eat some cereals?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wheatos always made me need to shit.
Lovely, lovely imagery. I want to get. Do you think we're near to the ghost?
Oh yeah. It's literally once we get past this area. And
But it's weird that we're going to face an
probably
ethereal.
there actually.
We're going to face an ethereal being from this mechanical room. It just all doesn't mesh together artistically. Eating your tier list would be a legit good stream, but it sounds pretty high effort, especially if you eat stuff you actually hate. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh god. I think you need to be stronger now. Okay.
I haven't had cereal in so long. I just have toast.
I just eat toast, yeah.
And then I put toast in, and I forget I put it in, and then I see it later, and I'm like, oh shit, I put toast in, and it's cold.
Oh, but I love cold toast.
Yeah, but then the butter doesn't melt.
I don't care.
By cold toast, do you mean bread?
No.
Or do you mean toast that you
Yeah,
toast?
toasted.
In a toaster.
Yeah.
Cold?
But it's gone so
Yeah.
cold that it's just.
It
yeah.
reminds me of like continental breakfasts in shit hotels.
Ew.
All right.
I have to agree with you here, Katie. Ew.
Do you put the butter on it?
Yeah, but then it obviously won't melt, will it? Because it's not warm. So
It's not a requirement for it to melt for me. I'm scoffing it all
Oh
in.
my
Butter
God.
gets in the system. That's the key thing.
So you put the bread in.
Yeah.
It gets toasted. Then
Yeah.
you let it cool off and then put the butter on it?
No, I'm not saying this is how I do it by default, but I'm saying, like, yeah, generally speaking, I'll have it warm. I like hot toast as well, but I just don't mind. I quite like cold toast. It's a different vibe. It's almost got it's got the crunch and a slight stodge from having been left out.
Stop.
Yeah, which I quite like.
You're a fan style.
I am a bit, yeah. Best, worst things on toast. Cereal is very overrated from Geordie. Butter on toast. Best is Marmite peanut butter.
But yeah, peanut butter's the best thing on toast.
But he's saying Marmite peanut butter. I've never
I-
had that, but it sounds appalling.
I still can't believe this, but for some reason, my housemates this year saw me having butter on toast, just butter on toast, no jam or anything, and they were actually disgusted. Like,
because of how basic it was.
Well, they were just so upset, and I'm like, why? It's good. It's melted. It tastes good. There's nothing wrong with it. And for some reason, it was like the most sinful thing I'd ever done. I still even now don't understand why it was such a upsetting sight. But for some reason it was.
The worst is spam. Didn't realise spam was an option on toast. Butter best, marmalade with skin. I do love marmalade. I suppose with bits in, less of a fan, but I do love marmalade.
Is marmalade the same as
Vegemite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the wheat?
Yeasty. Yeast, classic dark yeast paste. Salty yeast paste. What's not to like? Yeah, they have it in Australia.
I can't picture what it would taste like.
Yeast.
Yeah, it's taste. I just can't stomach.
Dying to try Marmite peanut butter. Cold toast is a different vibe.
Is it a brand or is it just Marmite and peanut butter on toast?
And from the way they're saying, it sounds like it's a new product. Vegemite is slightly saltier, in my opinion. Interesting.
I can't picture how you get any saltier than something called yeast
Than
paste.
pure yeast paste. Yeah.
I don't want toast.
I don't. The temperature has stripped me of my appetite.
Well, not for me. Go to bed.
Yeah. I guess give you a lift home. I
What?
will. I will give you a lift home.
I got none of that. That wasn't even English to me.
Said I'm going to give you a lift home. But I initially questioned it, but then I thought
I see.
it's the
Thank
right
you.
thing to do.
How kind.
Yeah. It's because I'm facing the public. Otherwise, out on your ass. But I want to have a crack at this ghost before we go. Oh, cheese. Best worst cheese.
Oh, cheese is bad. Well, I say that because I can't stomach cheese. No, they'll say.
I hate, for me, the worst kind of cheese is that in fondue. Because that's crossed a texture boundary for me where a liquid cheese makes me feel physically sick. Or like spray can cheese. Oh, anything like that where it's almost liquid form.
What about nacho cheese?
I think nacho cheese is...
Similar to fondue,
yeah,
but a bit muddier.
it's on the line. But best cheese, I love brie a lot, which weirdly you'd think would also trigger my texture problem, but doesn't. I love a good, strong, smelly blue cheese. Love a Stilton. Best cheese is cheddar, so mild it has no taste. Classic.
At that point, just eat one of those American
slices, which I like. I like those American slices. Ah, yes, a good Stilton, good call. Oh, that was in your repertoire of cheeses, wasn't it, back in the day? They used to get like a Stilton, sort of spreadable Stilton back in the day.
You rank the vegan supermarket own brand cheeses based on how much they taste like just coconut oil.
Oh, gross. Yeah, spreadable blue cheese. Weird that I've remembered that, isn't it? The fact that I've remembered that day has taken up some valuable space, and it is valuable in my brain. I grew up on Netto brand cheese slices. Netto, R.I.P. I miss Netto. I ate that so often to the point I hated it and couldn't eat it anymore. That happened to me in that same house with mackerel. I ate so much mackerel that I still struggle with it to this day.
You have Velveeta here?
Sounds like it rings a bell. What is it?
It's like a block of
Here comes the guy.
cheese product that's made to be melted down.
Oh, maybe.
Here it
Oh
is.
god, it's getting real. Gonna have to jump off the food chat and deal with this.
Not that I'm out.
The best thing is that the ghost is going to come out of nowhere and isn't going to be introduced in the cutscene.
Through the spirit of the keeper, behold the truth.
What?
Where did the ghost come
Save
from?
it! Save it! Latin, already spooky. Thing is, this isn't like a hard fight where you're dying. It's just frustrating to accomplish, isn't it?
It's because you have to stun it to pick up the painting.
No.
Don't worry, I know.
Do you remember the
tricks.
strats?
Yes, one of them being this. I am invincible.
Can it not hurt you while you're crawling?
No.
Nice strat. A ghost. I don't know. The friend, yeah.
Well, I'm here. I'm going to heal in case it gets me.
Because we're trying to steal its painting, obviously.
Really? It wants to
Ooh.
haunt.
Thoughts on the paranormal. Katie could illuminate you there. She's a big fan of sort of ghost hunting shows.
Fun.
And she pretends that she watches them ironically, but I think she actually does invest quite a lot in the paranormal.
I love a good paranormal show. The best one is, it was like a ghost hunter and a home renovator.
Really haunted.
Oh yeah.
And so she would be like, I sense a dark spirit in this room. That's why the door keeps opening by itself. And the home renovator was like, your door frame's crooked.
Does sound good.
Right.
I'm only haunted by the past. Me too, my friend. The Packer. Can we stun it with bullets?
Run. Okay.
Oh god. God, we've got so much ammo. Are you going to shoot the ghost with a shotgun? That's what's happening.
No, we haven't got it. Ow.
Whoa.
What a shame.
Oh god. We didn't do it in one. I hoped we'd just do it in one and we'd built it up in our
Oh,
minds.
come on, Ben. We weren't ever going to do this in one.
What's going on?
No, 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 no.
That's the one. Paranormal home inspectors.
Paranormal Home Inspectors. Check it out, guys.
They only make 2 seasons.
What a surprise.
Is it on Amazon Prime? Oh my god.
Thoughts on mediums.
Oh, wait.
They're BS. Simple as that. What a radical opinion I hold.
I always enjoy those.
Why'd you
shows.
know?
What? Oh, because I load the wrong save.
Ah.
Oh, it's up those shows where they're like, oh, I've got something on the like thermometer or whatever, and then they pretty much just they never find a ghost.
My mum went to a medium and it was spookily accurate. She had to add the medium on Facebook to book an appointment.
My favorite part about the ghost shows is that they all just spend the whole time scaring each other.
Yeah. So it is possible to damage it sufficiently that it just stops, is it? Wow. With the limmy bit parasite spot on. Oh god. I'm blanking on that, to be honest with
The
you.
painting where
There!
too late.
Too late! Oh, is that what you mean by stun it? It flies away briefly.
What?
Is that what you mean by stunning it when it flies away briefly?
Yeah.
Health! Health!
What?
Health?
Oh, I'll be fine. Staring competition.
I love that you're just unloading into this ghost.
Shame.
So you're not invincible on the ground for some of his moves?
No, I'm not invincible on that little stretch of ground.
Need a proton pack.
Literally do.
Huh?
I always get Paranormal Hunter recommendations.
Oh, it's so scary.
What's that?
Just that we've been discussing it and now Kate is getting recommendations
that's
on
not
TikTok.
New. I've gotten recommended these people before.
Okay.
They got a spirit box.
Did I load up the wrong save again? I did.
They've sent me a video of Germa. Who the hell is Germa? They've always says it's Germa. Like we should know who Germa is. Germa? Just looks like a dude. Germa streams Five Nights at Freddy's. Germa streams 100k Smite tournament. Germa streams Saints Row the Third. Doesn't sound up your street, Dave. He's a pretty big streamer. I don't want to spook you, Harry, but I see an apparition of a pale ghoul sitting next to you.
What, Ben?
Yes. Nice. It's good to good to. Oh!
Just die!
That's the thing, it's not about the games, he's entertaining to watch. Same deal with Limmy, yeah. Never heard of him.
I wonder if a taser will work.
Are we sure conventional weapons do work? Has that worked? No.
No. Actually useless.
You're too old to enjoy those sorts of streams.
Ah.
He's older than we are. All the more embarrassing. Nice. He takes so much punishment. I do not remember having to shoot at this much. Can you just pick up?
It's done. Oh, it was.
Was that it? Do you not need to be around this area? Nice. Oh. Did the paintings only appear when he's stunned? There, go, go.
No, wrong button. Fuck.
That's this.
Nah.
That's this boss fight in a nutshell, isn't it? Fuck up one single thing, get screwed.
Wrong button again. Come on.
What did you do?
Come on. Come on.
It's so... How many times do we need to get it?
What?
How many times do you need to grab the...
Just the once.
Really?
Yeah, if I grab it. Oh. Ah. Wish you
Actually,
could go.
a lot of crossover with Limmy and how they talk about the realities of mental health and aging. Heavy. But do they talk about the worst cereals? Probably. Looked like that video you sent me was more or less that. How do you crouch? How do you crouch?
Triangle.
Yes, I sent you a tier list video, idiot. Brutal language. The worst cereal is serial killers. That's good. That's good stuff. It's a joke in Alan Partridge. I'm not even going to worry about stunning him. I'm just going to pray.
No, you have to, otherwise you can't grab it.
Oh. Oh, then I will worry about stabbing him. Shooting him, I mean.
Shotgun.
Hate the auto lock. Oh. Oh no. It's not gone well. Am I live? No. What one is it?
The latest one, 7. No, back. 2107 or something. No, 21. Yeah. That one. Yeah, keep going. That one.
Okay. So we've just got to damage him enough so that the thing appears and then you just quickly grab it. Right?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Sounds simple enough. Oh, so was it because you were on that raised bit?
Yeah.
So you're then high enough for him to...
Yeah.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh my god. Can't believe this. It's quite bad design. That's why I'm failing. I'd say let's have a couple more goes on this and then call it. Maybe next time when we hit it fresh, we'll nail it out the gate. have one more go, and then leave it there for today. Brutal stuff. How far through the game do you reckon we are? Halfway?
Probably.
What was the first mobile phone you owned? Pretty big one, like a brick one that I had. I think it was like a hand-me-down, which was just to help me get home because I took the bus home. The first like the first one I had that was in the zeitgeist at the time. Well, no, actually, my first main one, like little one, was a brand I'd never heard of before. I wish I could remember it. It was tiny. It was smaller than the Nokia ones. But I eventually got whatever one came after the 3310. Was that the 3410? Which was worse, I thought, because all the buttons were sort of molded together. Yeah, the 3410 was the one I've had. Just checked. Were you cool enough to own a flip phone? If so, how often did you flip it? I've never owned a flip phone, but I was always jealous of those who did, and I would have flipped its hinges off if I'd ever owned one. Was your first phone a smartphone, Harry?
No, it was a Nokia brick phone.
Oh, cool. Why has it appeared again?
It changes to each one.
I know, but you're not stunning it now. You have to stun it once, then it will flash around.
No, you have to stun it and then grab it.
The lock-on. The fateful lock-on. The disgusting lock-on. They're doing pretty well, though.
Oh, come on.
Just luck, isn't it, really? Nice, nice. This is going super well. Oh, and then it appears there. Is anyone cool enough to own an N-Gage? Again, I wish. It's like it's taunting us. That level of stun is awful, and then you just can't. Oh. I always was so impressed it could play Tomb Raider on the N-Gage. I wanted it for that reason. That was the poster child. Leave it there. That was a valiant attempt. This is bullshit. Real BS. Oh my goodness me. Absolute nonsense. Here we are again. Harry hiding in shame behind the branding. Well, Oblivion on N-Gage. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to leave it there. We'll be back next Tuesday for some more Angel of Darkness, I hope. I will be back on Thursday for some Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, PS1. So do feel free to come and join us for that. The flip phone conversation carries on. That thing was indestructible. You do seem like a flip phone kind of man, Geordie. Absolutely, he does. Suave, cool, up to date. I think it was meant as a compliment. Oh God. Good night, the Fox and Crowe. Good night. Thanks for joining. I think I'm wrong. I think I may have briefly had a Motorola brick phone. Yeah, I think brick phone is often what the people of our generation had to put up with for a little while. But we're going to leave with some sweet cinematic music from purpleplanet.com. I mean purple-planet.com. This one's called Respawn. Lovely to see you guys, or hear from you guys, and hopefully catch you again soon. Goodbye.